I request all of you to stand for invocation song. I kindly request Mrs. Shakila, convener of WAA, to sing invocation song.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதிர்ச்சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
A very pleasant evening to our Hon'ble Chief Guest, Hon'ble Judges, respected senior advocates, respected government leaders, my dear sisters and brothers who are assembled here. We are honored to have you all with us in this great occasion. As a first and foremost event of welcoming our Hon'ble Judges, may I request our beloved President of WAA, Ms. J. Anandavalli, to deliver the welcome address.
Happy evening to all. Two things people won't forget. Things happened in time and things happened behind time. So I hope our judges will forever remember the felicitation which was delayed because of pandemic and happening right now after 4 long months of their swearing-in ceremony. As the President of WAA, it's my absolute pleasure to welcome you all on this fabulous day. We all gathered here for felicitating Honorable Mr. Justice Paresh Upadhyay, Administrative Judge, Madurai Bench of Madras High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice S. Srimati, Judge Madras High Court, and Honorable Mr. Justice R. Vijay Kumar, Judge Madras High Court. I am still a lawyer by heart. Your Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice Paresh Upadhyay, saying on your Lordship's swearing ceremony, we the lawyers felt proud and prestigious. While your Lordships expressed your wish to learn the language of our state, accompanying your grandson, we really felt glad as a Tamilian. We are glad to welcome your Lordship to the place of rich heritage and culture from the birthplace of Father of our nation. I wholeheartedly welcome your Lordship. It's an honor for us to have Honorable Mrs. Justice S. Srimati and to offer felicitations to her. Her chamber was next to our association and she was an inspiration to all the women advocates. From Monday to Saturday, you can see her till 7:30 p.m. in the chamber. She proved herself that we women can achieve this position with hard work and dedication to the profession. As a women advocate, I am super proud and happy when she swore in as a judge of Madras High Court. I wholeheartedly welcome your Lordship. Honorable Mr. Justice R. Vijay Kumar is an all-rounder like Tendulkar. Though he was basically a civil lawyer, he was thorough on criminal law, which I experienced during answer key verification published for the subordinate judges examination. Gold medalist in Master of Property Law. No one will dispute the fact if I say that his Lordship is a Nadamadum Satta Noolagam mobile law library. All the doubts of the members will be easily cleared by his Lordship. Now that opportunity members are missing. Whenever civil judges exams are announced, my Lord will become a professor in law college. All the associations will approach him for the classes. Members who are aspiring subordinate judiciary will be really missing a professor in the association. I remember in the felicitation given by MMBA and ABVP, the invitation carried acceptance speech by the Honorable Judges. So the learned judge during his address said, since the card carries acceptance speech, necessarily I have to accept the felicitation. So in our invitation, we are very specific and term the address as a reply address. I wholeheartedly welcome your Lordship. I welcome Honorable Mr. Justice R. Subramaniam. I welcome Honorable Justice Krishnan Ramaswamy for accepting an invitation and gracing the occasion by your Lordship's presence. I welcome Additional Advocate General Mr. Veera Kadiravan Additional Advocate General Mr. Bhaskaran, Special Government Pleader Mrs. Farzana, Additional Public Prosecutor, Government Advocate Mrs. Asha. I welcome Senior Counsel Mrs. N. Krishnaveni and President of MMBA, Mr. Isaac Mohanlal, Senior Advocate, Mr. Ajmal Khan, Senior Advocate, Mr. N. Valinayagam, Senior Advocate, for gracing this occasion. I welcome our members, the speakers of Mrs. Devasana, Mrs. Jessie Jeevapriya, and Mrs. Lakshmi Gopinath, partner Pollux Legal Association. If I am correct to say, it is the first and only firm started and run by women advocates and Mrs. Lakshmi Gopinath and Mrs. Porkudi. I welcome Mr. Subhash Babu, Mr. Ganapati Subramaniam, and all my brother advocates for attending this function who have graced the occasion by your presence. I welcome Mr. Ajmal Khan, Senior Advocate, for the function. I welcome our executive committee members, all my sister members of the bar for this function. I am happy to say that nowadays attendance slowly likely to increase in our association, and I hope that the administrative judge will resume the physical hearing from March 2022. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am, for your heartwarming welcome. Now I invite respected Advocate Mrs. Devasena to felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest.
Warm good evening to Honorable Judges, members of Bar, and learned Additional Advocate Generals, learned Additional Public Prosecutors, and learned Special GP, then members of our Bar. It is my greatest privilege and honor to felicitate the speech for our Honorable Judges, Justice through Paresh Upadhyay, Justice Tirumadi S. Srimadi, Justice through R. Vijay Kumar. Honorable Justice Mr. Paresh Upadhyay has recently took charge of Administrative Judge of Madurai Bench of Madras High Court. Whenever an advocate before him, Lordship wants that advocate should thorough on the facts of the case. Lordship always gives three choices if an advocate does not come up with a good case. They are Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Plan A means dismissal on withdrawal. Plan B, dismissal. Plan C, dismissal with cost. Come up with good case, Lordship on reading the affidavit of yours will pass orders expecting what without anything from the mouth of the advocate. Furthermore, yesterday is our International Mother Language Day, that is 21st of every February of every year. Our Honorable Justice is learning Tamil through his teacher along with his grandson. This shows Lordship's respect on our state and also on our mother tongue. Even though he is from Gujarat, but it is the nation of our father, Lordship also having that qualities. For the past 15 days, I used to attend court number 2, where I noticed even for mentioning a case that advocate should come with thorough preparation. Otherwise, he will be broken by Lordship's questions. Honorable Lordship's orders shows his concern about society. His Lordship's orders are not for face or power, only for justice. Lordship's Mrs. Tirumadi S. Srimadi, she elevated from our family. I travelled along with Lordship since 2005, I think. Whenever I met her in court or chambers or corridors of court, 3 years come to my mind that are simple, sincere, and smart. I think these above three are reasons for her success in her profession as well as Lordship's elevation to judiciary. Honorable Justice Thiru or Vijay Kumar. 3 V's which need to quote about Honorable Justice Thiru or Vijay Kumar. vision, vigilant, victory. Once our Lordship's Father Justice Thiru Ramamurthy elevated to Madras High Court, immediately our Lordship gave up his practice to avoid any conflict of interest, and he came back to active practice only after the retirement of his father from judicial service. This above attitude shows his vision and vigilance, and these above two blessed our Lordships with victory. I pray Almighty to give healthy and a long life to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your wonderful facilitation speech. May I now request Mrs. Jessie Sivapriya, respected advocate, felicitate our Honorable Chief Guest.
Honorable Mr. Justice Paresh Upadhyay, Honorable Mr. Justice R. Subramanian, Honorable Mr. Justice Srimati Madam, Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Kumar. I am so thankful to the President for giving me this opportunity. Last week she told me to felicitate all the judges. At the time I was thinking, okay, I must prepare well. I must go through all the judgments rendered by all the the judges. I must take a notes, then I will present properly. But as usual, till this time, I am not able to do anything, any preparation. Like in the court, now I am before these judges with only my pleadings and the papers available with me. That is my experience, and as usual, I leave it to your Lordships. And reading from the name Paresh Upadhyay, now only Madam said this, that Upadhyaya means teacher. So now we got a good, not only a teacher, but he is the father of this institution. Because father only knows which is healthier to the student. So we are giving the tasty cases, fresh cases, beautiful cases, but Lordships will pick and choose only the healthier cases and give orders. And not only this, he will see the children get those things immediately. Immediately the orders will be uploaded. Immediately in 2 or 3 days we will get the order copy. So he is a good father, not only in that. In life, if we had a second chance, we will be very much happy. In his court, daily we get the second chance. In the morning, while reading that list, if we lost our chance, missed the bus, our matters will definitely be passed over. Again, it will be taken in the afternoon. Even in the afternoon, we miss the bus. Again, he will adjourn a matter, and then only it is listed for dismissal. So even if we missed in the online, in the afternoon itself, we will very well come to the court, argue the matter, give a healthier thing, and we will also get a happier judgment. That's why I learned from all these 2 weeks. And now while I was sitting here, I watched that. Secondly, in the court only, he is very strict father. Like in the home, he is very happy and he is very jolly. He made us all laugh a lot within 5 minutes. So we got a good father. Second is Srimati Madam. She is a good sister. So sisters always will make us to do whatever we want to do, but to an extent. They will stop us there, they will turn us, and they will say, no, enough. Like that, whatever. Srimati Madam. In the court, we can tell whatever, but she will stop and say, okay. Orders will be passed. She will ask only one question, for which we don't have any answer. She will dictate the order. And another thing I was surprised from her is, while she was a government pleader, she will be running to all the courts. But I never saw her with any sweat, tension, or some excitement. Always she will be cool. Even the judges will be scolding her like anything because she appeared for the government side. Even at the time, she will smile, show any in her face. She won't like this or that, smiling. Slowly she will start talking, but she will talk firmly. Next one is our brother, Mr. Honorable Justice R. Vijay Kumar J. He is like my brother only, because he will put a full stop. In this beginning itself, he will put a full stop. So this is the issue. You answer this alone, not go beyond this. Because of that only, I think he is the only judge who completed old cases in many numbers. Because giving disposal of the old matter is not that much easier. But he did it because he wants all of us to go beyond that margin. And when I was advocate, last matter, we had one compromise matter brought before Honorable Justice G.R. Swaminathan. And we all know if he feels that there is a chance for compromise, he will say, advocates, you compromise, you compromise. This is the compromise. If you don't, that says, if you don't compromise, I will do anything in your matter. So like that one compromise we had. At that time, before coming judge, then I went at, that is relating to one pathway. Then I go and we went to the spot, we visited the spot. Next day I met him and I told, sir, if this is not made as a pathway, other persons, they will give some trouble. Then he told me, madam, you stick on to your client's crisis alone. Don't confuse it. If you go on beyond that scope, then this won't, because it is of the matter 2000 or 2001. This will go another 20 years. Then I learned that after 25 years of my experience, I learned that. From that day onwards, now it is easy for me to project all the civil cases. Otherwise, in the civil cases, we will get lot of confusion. Lot of ways are there. Which way we have to go, we have to decide. Now I am very clear in that, and after 3 months in his court, we learn a lot. And also we used to leave to his lordship. Whatever we say, if we have a confusion, we will leave to the lordship. He will take care of the judgments, even if we won't give. And my senior, Mr. S. Subbaya and Mr. Srinivasan, and many senior judges called me and told about his lordship's judgments. They are very nice. He used to help us always. Now also as a judge also, he is also helping us a lot. So all the 3 judges, we got now, this is a good time for us. But the only thing is, my lords, in 8 courts, now civil judges are running. That too after 2 years. Like school children, we are not able to come to the form. When rushing from one court to another court, we are not able to think which case we want some more breathing time. That's why I need some excuses from all the judges. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your interesting speech. I would like to call upon respected advocate, partner of Polex Legal Solutions, Mrs. Lakshmi Gopinath, to felicitate our honorable judges.
Good evening to all. I wholeheartedly thank our President Anandavalli ma'am for giving me this opportunity. Personally, I want to felicitate Srimati ma'am. And thank you for this opportunity. Honorable Justice Paresh Upadhyay, welcome to the land of Tamil Nadu, my lords. And you are from Gujarat, the birthplace of Gandhi. And this city, Madurai, is having close relationship with Gandhiji. He became half-naked Pakri only in this city. And he took Harijans into the Meenakshi Amman temple only here. So we have also some close relationship with Mahatma Gandhi. And while watching your lordship's court, I happened to be there today for admission case. Your lordship used a word against the government. You are using bulldozer against butterfly. Yeah, the word, only a man with that much kind heart, who can feel the pain of a butterfly, undergoing a pressure under a bulldozer, can say such a word. And we are very happy to have you in our court, a man with that much kind heart, having his worries and consideration for butterflies. And to your lordship's kind consideration, all advocates are in Madurai bench are butterflies only. And I especially want to say this at Women Bar. In another case, the view of your lordships, which was expressed in the open court, while dealing with the case on compassionate appointment, your lordship was pleased to say your view about girl children. Your lordship says, suppose you give your girl child getting married, and she is undergoing some harassment, 498 harassment at the husband's family, and she is coming to father's house seeking help of the father, and father is compelling the girl due to social pressure to go and stay there, whatever happens, you be there. And if the girl commits suicide, who is the accused? Lordships express the view Therefore, the way we have to look at the girl children and the way the pressure in the society and the family gives upon the girl children, the way your Lordship is looking at that issue, we are very happy that you are with us during this period, my lords. And we wholeheartedly welcome you. And your Lordship's initial speech, I was very surprisingly shocked to hear that throughout your 10 years tenure, you haven't dismissed even a single case for default. That is a really great aspect. And the technical point in this, the bar's cooperation is also there. At times we wantonly let the case for dismissal in order to get defeated. That has also not been done means what your Lordship has done and is doing is a wonderful job, which has to be admired wholeheartedly. And we assure you, Millards, the best experience from Tamil Nadu, and you will have very good memories and very fond memories and love of Tamil Nadu advocates and Tamil Nadu people in your lifetime. And Justice Srimati ma'am, Lordship Srimati, அவங்கள அட்வொகேட்டாக பார்க்கும்போது மனசில் தோன்ற ஒரே ஒரு பாட்டு எப்பயுமே எனக்கு மனசுக்குள்ளே ஓடிட்டு இருக்கிறது ஒன்று தான். செயல் மெய் வருத்தம் பாரார், பசி நோக்கார், கண் துஞ்சார், எவ்வவர் தீமையும் மேற்கொள்ளார், செவ்வி அருமையும் பாரார், அவமதிப்பும் கொள்ளார், கருமமே கண்ணாயினார். எவ்வவர் தீமையும் மேற்கொள்ளார் அப்படிங்கிறப்ப யாரு தனக்கு தீங்கு செஞ்சாலும் யாரு தனக்கு கெடுதல் செஞ்சாலும் அதை பத்தியும் கவலைப்படுறது கிடையாது. சரி, செவ்வி அப்படின்னா காலம், நம்ம இவ்வளவு நேரம் இதுல ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்றோமே, இவ்வளவு தூரம் நம்ம வந்து இதுலயே உட்கார்ந்துட்டு இருக்கோமே, அந்த காலத்தோட அருமையும் வந்து அதை பத்தியும் கவலைப்படுறது இல்லை. அப்படி இல்லாம கருமமே கண்ணா இருந்த ஒரு நபரை நம்ம கண் முன்னால நம்ம காலத்துல நம்ம பார்த்துருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு எனக்கு தோணுச்சுன்னா அது நான் வந்து லார்ட்ஷிப் ஸ்ரீமதி தான் சொல்லுவேன். நான் வாமா மின்னல் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி இந்த கோர்ட்ல இருப்பாங்க, அந்த கோர்ட்ல இருப்பாங்க, மேல இருப்பாங்க, மேடம் எங்க இருக்காங்க, இங்க பார்த்தோம், இந்த அங்க பார்த்தோம், இந்த அங்க இருந்தாங்க, 12th கோர்ட்ல உங்களை கூப்பிடுறாங்க, இந்த வந்துட்டேன் ஓடி வந்துட்டேன், இந்த 4வது கோர்ட்ல கூப்பிடுறாங்க, இந்த ஓடி வந்துட்டேன். எந்த கோர்ட்ல கூப்பிட்டாலும் அங்க என்ன கேட்டாலும் உடனே பதில், படிச்சுட்டு வாங்க, படிச்சுட்டு வரேன், மத்தியானத்துக்குள்ள காம்பன்சேஷன் கொண்டு வந்து கொடுக்கணும், மத்தியானத்துக்குள்ள காம்பன்சேஷன். அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு உழைப்பு இருக்கு இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு உழைப்பையும் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டெடிகேஷனையும் நம்ம வந்து ஒரு ப்ரொஃபஷன்ல எவ்வளவு தூரம் நம்ம வந்து நம்ம இன்புட் கொடுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு நம்ம கண் முன்னாடி இருந்த எக்ஸாம்பிள் தான் லார்ட்ஷிப் ஸ்ரீமதி. அவங்கள பார்த்து நம்ம வரும்போது நம்மளுக்கு வந்து என்ன, அவங்களோட வெற்றி அப்படிங்கிறது, அவங்க இங்க வந்து இந்த ஜுடிஷியல் போஸ்டிங்ல உட்கார்ந்துருக்காங்க அப்படிங்கிறது நம்ம ஒவ்வொருத்தருமே ஜெயிச்சு வந்து அங்க உட்கார்ந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு சந்தோஷத்தையும் மகிழ்ச்சியும் நம்மளுக்கு தருது. அத மாதிரி ஆஃப்டர் பிகமிங் எ ஜட்ஜ் உங்களை கோர்ட்ல அந்த பார்க்கும்போது the way the presence in the court and the atmosphere, the way you are taking the court, நிறைய லிட்டிகன்ஸ்க்கு நிறைய நல்ல விஷயங்கள் நடக்கும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு நம்பிக்கையை தருது. ஆண்டவன் உங்களுக்கு அதற்கான ஆரோக்கியத்தையும் தொடர்ந்து அதே மாதிரி உழைக்கிறதுக்கான தெம்பையும் கொடுக்கணும்னு நான் வேண்டிக்கிறேன். லார்ட்ஷிப்ஸ் ஜஸ்டிஸ் விஜயகுமார் ஜே, சிவில்ல என்சைக்ளோபீடியான்னு கூட சொல்ல முடியாது, விக்கிபீடியா அப்படின்னு தான் சொல்லணும். ஏன்னா என்சைக்ளோபீடியானால திருப்பி திருப்பி பார்க்கணும். இது வந்து டச் பண்ண உடனே, கால் பண்ண உடனே ஒருத்தருக்கு வந்து உடனே கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்னா அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து சட்டத்தோட விக்கிபீடியா அப்படி விக்கிபீடியா ஒருத்தரை வந்து நம்ம நீதிமன்றத்துல இருந்து நீதிபதியாக கொண்டு வந்து வச்சிருக்கோம். இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக நாங்கள் ஒரு மேட்ரு பண்ணி லார்ட்ஷிப்ஸோட ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட்டை, செகண்ட் அப்பீல் ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட் ஒன்று படித்து பார்த்தப்போ ரொம்ப நாள் அந்த லாங்குவேஜ் ஆஃப் சிவில் லா, அந்த லாங்குவேஜ் ஆஃப் ஃப்ளோ இன் அ சிவில் செகண்ட் அப்பீல் ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட் இன் டிஸ்கஸிங் தி கொஸ்டின் ஆஃப் லா அண்ட் ஆன்சரிங் த கொஸ்டின் ஆஃப் லா, அதை பார்க்கும்போதே அவ்வளவு ஒரு மரபு கவிதையை ரொம்ப நாள் கழித்து வாசிக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கு. இல்லை எல்லாமே இப்போ தீர்ப்புகள் எல்லாம் புது கவிதை, ஹைக்கூ கவிதை அந்த மாதிரி சுருங்கி போன காலகட்டத்தில் பழையபடியும் வந்து நான் புது கவிதை எழுதுறது ரொம்ப ஈஸி. இட்லி சாப்பிட்டேன் வயிறு நிறைந்தது, என்னையா சொல்றேன், இதுதான் கவிதை. அட்லீஸ்ட் எங்க காலத்திலேயாவது சேர்த்தாவது எழுதினாங்க. இலையில் போட்ட இட்லியை எடுத்து வாயில் போட்டேன் வயிறு நிறைந்தது, ஈனாக்கு ஈனா வானாக்கு வானா சரியா போச்சுன்னு. அது கூட இல்லை இப்போ. அப்படி இருந்த காலகட்டத்தில் வந்து ஒரு மரபு கவிதை எழுதுற மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு சிவில் ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட்ஸ் எழுதுறாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து. இன்னொன்று வைரமுத்து ஒரு கவிதையில் சொல்லுவார், பூகம்பம் வந்தாலும் வீட்டை பூட்டி விட்டு வெளியே போகிற நிதானம் அப்படின்னு. அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து ஒரு நிதானத்தை வந்து அது வந்து நம்ம அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ணணும். இந்த பூகம்பம் வந்தாலும் வீட்டை பூட்டி விட்டு வெளியே போகிற நிதானம் அப்படிங்கிறத நான் வந்து ஒரு அட்வொகேட்டாக இருக்கும்போதும் சார்ட்ட ஆனரபிள் ஜஸ்டிஸை பார்த்துருக்கேன். இப்போ ஜட்ஜ் ஆனதுக்கப்புறமும் நான் அதை கவனிக்கிறேன். அப்போது மதுரை ஹைகோர்ட் ஹாஸ் கிவன் வெரி குட் ஜட்ஜஸ் டு தி தமிழ்நாடு ஜுடிஷியரி பார்ட். சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் வரைக்குமே சொல்லலாம். பானுமதி ஜெயில இருந்து தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருந்து போனவங்க, அதில் மதுரை ஹைகோர்ட்ல இருந்து போன ஜட்ஜஸ் எல்லாருமே வந்து தே ஆர் பெர்ஃபார்மிங் வெரி, என்ன சொல்றது, என்ன வார்த்தையில சொல்லனே தெரியல, அந்த அளவுக்கு டெடிகேட்டட் சர்வீஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது, டெடிகேட்டட் ஒர்க்குங்கிறது நம்ம மதுரை ஹைகோர்ட்லேருந்து போகிற ஜட்ஜஸ் எல்லாருமே வந்து கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. டு ஆல் தி ஜட்ஜஸ் அட் திஸ் ஒகேஷன் வாண்ட் டு மேக் ஒன்லி ஒன் ரெக்வெஸ்ட். ட்ரையல் ஜட்ஜ், ட்ரையல் அட்வொகேட் அப்படின்றவங்க வந்து தே ஆர் லைக் ஃபேமிலி டாக்டர்ஸ். இன்னும் நாங்கள் வந்து ட்ரையல் அட்வொகேட்ஸாக வந்து கிளையன்ஸோட சாதக பாதகங்கள், அவங்களோட சோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் இன்கம், அவங்களால எவ்வளோ ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ண முடியும், ஒரு டிஸ்பியூட்டில் வந்து பர்சனலாக அவங்க என்ன பாதிக்கப்பட்டிருக்காங்க, அவங்க வீட்டு டெலிவரிக்கு போவோம், அவங்க வீட்டு இதுக்கு போவோம். ஸோ வி ஆர் வெரி க்ளோஸ் வித் கிளையன்ஸ் லைக் ஃபேமிலி டாக்டர்ஸ். அண்ட் ஹைகோர்ட் அட்வொகேட்ஸ் ஆர் லைக் ஸ்பெஷலிஸ்ட் கன்சல்டன்ட்ஸ். ரெஃபர் பண்ணி அனுப்புவாங்க கேஸ் இது பண்ணுறது. பட் சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் இஸ் லைக் அ கார்பரேட் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் which is not affordable to ordinary litigants. Therefore, this place, High Court, is the almost end of a litigant's choice. ஒரு நார்மலாக இருக்கிற லிட்டிகன்ஸுக்கோட கடைசி ரெமெடி அப்படின்னா மேக்ஸிமம் வந்து ஹைகோர்ட் தான். சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட்டுக்கு எல்லாராலையும் போக முடியாது. அப்படிங்கிறப்போ ஐ மேக் அ ஹம்பிள் ரெக்வெஸ்ட் பிஃபோர் ஆல் தி லார்ட்ஷிப்ஸ் to consider this in mind while delivering judgment and guide us throughout. I want to say the words of Emily Dickinson: if I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain. Your lordships are given inherent powers to stop many hearts from breaking and to ease many lives, and let the Almighty give you all the courage and power and health to help the litigants, to give them justice. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your hilarious speech and sharing of our wonderful memories about our honorable judges. And thank you, ma'am, for your thought-provoking messages also. I would like to call upon our treasurer of WAA, Mrs. P. Kalerishi Bharati, to honor one among our chief guests, Mr. Justice Paresh Upadhyay, with a memento. Now I would like to call upon our Vice President of WAA, P. Krishnaveni, to honor our chief guest, Mrs. Justice S. Srimati, with a memento. Thank you, ma'am. I invite our librarian of WAA, Mrs. Dhanlakshmi, to honor our chief guest, Mr. Justice R. Vijay Kumar, with a memento. Thank you, ma'am. We feel proud for honoring and felicitating our honorable judges on behalf of WAA. We are very fortunate to have the great literary personalities as our honorable judges of this honorable High Court. With this note, I kindly request our honorable Mr. Justice R. Vijay Kumar, who is upbringing us intellectually, to give a reply address.
Honorable Justice, Administrative Judge, Honorable Justice Upadhyaya, brother judges, Sister Justice Srimati, I'm very happy to be in the midst of you once again. See, normally the felicitation functions, as pointed out by your president, normally they take place within a week's time or 10 days after the elevation. Probably they have waited to see the performance and thereafter felicitate us after a period of 4 months, thanks to COVID. jokes apart, see, the year 2022 is one of the milestones for Madurai bench for various reasons. Madurai bench is almost 17 and a half years old now. For the first time, Madurai bench was led by a women judge as an administrative judge in this 17 and a half years. The second thing is, you could see the expansion of the Madurai bench. Almost a permanency is percolating. New law chambers are constructed for advocates. Government pleader's office is being expanded. New bungalows are constructed for judges. All these three are not independent incidents. You see, all the three are connected together. The work is expanding. Advocates require more chambers. Similarly, government pleader's office, then judges' bungalows. All these things have happened in the year 2022. They have been inaugurated. Then, by July 2022, Madurai bench is becoming a major, be completing 18 years. Completing 18 years. My sister was pointing out that the civil advocates are facing much difficulty in running to 8 courts. Now that the bench is becoming major, it's better the seniors get themselves discharged from the guardianship and leave it to the juniors to stand on their own legs. That is the only solution for this problem. That is the only solution. A senior cannot run from one court to another. He cannot conduct 14 or 15 cases in a day. Permit juniors. We are here to take care of it. We are here to take care of it. See, unless a junior, on so many occasions, juniors have argued before me. I have granted them so many adjournments. You read this and come. You bring this judgment. I was fortunate to get this opportunity from late Justice S.S. Subramani. On very many occasions, I have argued half of the case. His Lordship will say, no, you find out this, get the judgments tomorrow. He will find whether I get the judgment tomorrow or not. Otherwise, I will not be permitted to argue. I got so many opportunities from before Justice S.S. Subramani, whom I feel my guru and mentor in civil. See, I want to extend this opportunity to all the juniors. I am ready. Whatever, see, the adjournments are condition precedent. Unless you read it and come, you will not get a second chance. So use this opportunity. So once Madurai bench is becoming a major, now that unless an office has got 3 or 4 juniors, I find bigger offices, they have got 3 or 4 juniors. None of them are being permitted to argue. They seek just passover or adjournment. You please permit the juniors. Otherwise, because this is not a single occasion where 7 or 8 judges, including a division bench for civil appeals, has been constituted. This is going to be a continuous affair. So many judges have been appointed. The second thing is, the next 4 or 5 years, the entire creamy layer from the advocates, they are going to switch to the other side from the Madurai bench. Then you will feel more difficult after 2030. So be prepared. The next generation has to be more prepared for this. So I request the seniors not only to, they can give advice, they can guide them. Literally, the judgments are in fingertips now. Literally, the judgments are in fingertips. See, when we were juniors, our senior would say this judgment would have been reported in 83 or 84. I don't know, Law Weekly or MLJ, you search it. At least we have to search 10 journals. We have to go to the index. we should know the law, we should know the section, we should know the provisions. No, nothing is there now. Just in the fingertip you get the judgments. What is the difficulty for the juniors? We never had this opportunity when we are juniors. We have to go through various digests. At that point of time, there was only one digest, quinquennial digest. Now, Tamil Nadu digest, Supreme Court yearly digest, so many digests are there. Now, everything is in fingertips. See, my only assurance that I can give it to the bar is, I will continue to dispose of the cases with a smiling face. That is all. That is all. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Your Lordship. May I now request our pride, our Honorable Mrs. Justice S. Srimati to give a reply address.
வணக்கம். ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு நான் வந்து ஒரு மாதிரி உணர்ச்சி வசப்பட்டு இருக்கேன். என்னால் பிகாஸ் நான் இங்கேருந்து வந்தேன், அதுவும் என்னோடய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் பேசினதை கேட்டு நிஜமாகவே I have tears in my eyes. This journey started in the Madurai from 2004 onwards. So எனக்கு இங்கே இருக்கிற எல்லா அட்வொகேட்ஸுமே ரைட் ஃப்ரம் 2004 onwards ரொம்ப இன்டிமேட்டாக எல்லாரையுமே தெரியும். அதனால் I feel I'm at home. ஆனால் ஒன்று, உங்கள் கூடவே இருந்து என்னை நீங்கள் பாராட்டும் போது அது எனக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்குது. ஐ ஃபீல் ஒரு மாதிரி ஷையாக இருக்குது. எனக்கு ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி பர்சன் இஸ் அன் இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் டு மீ. ஒவ்வொருத்தரும் ஒவ்வொரு விதத்தில் தே ஆர் டூயிங் தி பெஸ்ட். அது மாதிரி ஐ ஹவ் டேக்கன் இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் ஆல் தி அட்வொகேட்ஸ். எஸ்பெஷலி சொல்லணுன்னா மிஸ்டர் ஐசக் மோகன்லால் சார் சொல்லணுன்னா, the way he addressed the court, I have taken inspiration from him. Mr. Ajmal Khan sir solnuna, the way he takes the point and he will insist on that point, அதுலேருந்து அதை நம்ம அக்ரி பண்ணுற வரைக்கும் விட மாட்டார். I have taken inspiration from Veera Kadran sir. அதில் தப்பு இருந்தால் கூட தப்புன்னு ஒத்துக்க மாட்டார். He will think that we should agree. So each and every person is an inspiration to me. Madam Krishnaveni solnonaka, she is the first person from this bar to be elevated as a senior. So I've taken inspiration from her. I'm so happy to be here. ஒரே ஒரு விஷயம் தான் I want to say. After finishing this 4 months of tenure, as Vijay Kumar sir சொன்ன மாதிரி, we are giving opportunity to the juniors. I extend that one more இது, give the bundle to them. At least let them carry the bundle. We are asking them to open the bundle and read the bundle. அது பண்டலுமே இல்லாமல் வரும்போது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்குது. So I request only one thing, please give them bundle. We will take care. We will ask him to read the prayer first. நிறைய பேருக்கு ப்ரேயர் படிக்கிறதுலேருந்து எப்படி படிக்கிறாங்கன்னாக்க ஃபஸ்ட்டு வேர்ட்லேருந்து ஆரம்பித்து அந்த சின்ன குழந்தைங்க படிக்கிறாங்களா அது மாதிரி. தென் வி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட், ஓ இவங்க இன்னும் பேப்பரே திறந்து படித்ததே இல்லை அப்படின்னு. செகண்ட் திங், தேர் நாட் பிரிங்கிங் எனி புக்ஸ். நாங்கள்லாம் பண்ண ஆரம்பிக்கும் போது ஜஸ்டிஸ் ரவிராஜா பாண்டியன்லாம் எங்களை திட்டுவார், இஃப் யூ ஆர் நாட் கம்மிங் வித் புக்ஸ் யூ ஆர் நாட் அ லாயர். ஸோ ஆஸ்க் தெம் டு பிரிங் புக்ஸ், அட்லீஸ்ட் பேர் ஆக்ட் ஆகுது, அதில் நீங்கள் வந்து ரிசர்ச் பண்ணி ஒன்றும் கொடுக்காட்டாலும் பரவாயில்ல, அட்லீஸ்ட் பேர் ஆக்ட் ஆகுது. ஸோ தட் தே ஸ்டார்ட் ரீடிங் ஆல் தி ப்ரொவிஷன்ஸ். ஹவு டு ரீட் த ப்ரொவிஷன் இட் செல்ஃப் இஸ் an art. That is what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for sharing of your wonderful memories and valuable advices. I invite our Honorable Mr. Justice Paresh Upadhyay, Administrative Judge of Madras High Court, Madurai Bench, who is inspiring and honoring us to give a reply address.
Namaskar. My brother and sister judges, Advocate General, office bearers of the association, my elder sisters, daughters, friends. I am not a good orator. I'll try. Few things that this is the reply address, that what we are told, that therefore I was taking down points, that how many points we need to reply, but that we will come little later. Because the first address was on the first day of my taking oath at the principal bench. I was very new. Today also I am not very old, but not that fresh. Few things to be reconciled by me. I may be able to say something more than what I had said on that day. Being administrative judge or to be High Court judge itself is one part of your life. This can never be a destiny. It is the destiny which brings here. Coming to Tamil Nadu and then in turn to Madurai has been very good experience. I say that so many things I have learned. As a person, me, my wife, my daughter, my grandson, few things are very good here. And I'm coming from different part of our country, vast country. Very kind-hearted persons here. And most important thing, which we talk every day, the gap between poor and rich is very minimum here. On basic needs of our life, more particularly food, absolutely no gap. I would say no gap. The best meal which I have ever enjoyed here was in our CISF canteen, where without introducing myself I went and it costed me 17 rupees, which is the best meal I have ever taken. Those CISF personnel just saluted. I just told them that you will not come with me. That is, therefore, food-wise, I would say the basic need of our citizen, absolutely no gap. Absolutely no gap. This, the other parts of the country may need to learn. People are proud of their traditions here. And at other places, if it is a fork, spoon, these are expected. And if you eat food from your fingers, people in Delhi, in five-star hotels, somebody will look at like this. I have not started like this, I have started like this. These are the things. Therefore, independent of my being a judge, as a person, on the first day I had said that I would try to be a good citizen of this state. I have started doing this. In one of the function at our High Court Services Committee, by the time the meal was about to be over, my officer found out some spoon, and at that time the curd had come. That was the only thing. That was also taken without spoon. Therefore, that probation period is over. This is so far my getting settled as in the end. After coming here, no leave. Otherwise, sufficient leave at my credit. After taking oath, if I do not come, that is all right. We are here only. I have come to Madurai not because I am sent. I have come here because I asked for this. After taking my oath, I had requested my Lord Chief Justice Banerjee that as and when my turn comes, I would like to go there. I requested present CJ also that since I have only 1 year, therefore please don't give me that concession. As and when that turn comes, I would like to go. Because to know Tamil Nadu from Chennai and from Madurai makes difference that I knew even before coming to Madurai. That is what I am trying. So far, traditions of legal field is concerned, in any case, Chartered High Court, Madras Presidency, And when we talk of Madras presidency after our independence, we are not talking about Tamil Nadu, Madras presidency. The first governor was king of Bhavnagar, Krishna Kumar Singh ji. That is the history. Just reconcile with this. I am very happy. Therefore, I say that it is the destiny which has brought me here, and I am very happy with it. I would concede that now if someone asks that if you were to come here on request transfer, whether you would have come, I am saying yes, that I would have come. I love working here. Very good lawyers, good citizen on the whole, and coming from different part of the country, I would say with all responsibility, yet systems here are intact. Please take it. Systems on the whole are intact. Change of power has not made a substantial difference so far people at large are concerned. This is what I have noticed. That is a very good thing about it. The day on which I took oath, I had said that I'll start learning Tamil. I have attempted. My son, he remains here, goes for attending his exams, comes back. I'll concede that I have not been able to learn many things. So many constraints. This would be more as the politician, less as the judge, that you first make promise and then you give explanation why you have not done it. Not that way. 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning was the time which we had thought. I'll call. Still I'm trying. The only thing is that both my secretaries are here probably. 7:30 is the time which is allotted to them, because now everybody knows that our orders would be available every day. Every day. When we say that in the second half if it is passed, next day it must be available on net. My registry is also under pressure to that extent, that whether this is uploaded or not. Therefore the morning hours, which I could utilize for my betterment, I would not use the word eaten away. I'm saying that this option with me, whether I should do these orders every day or something for my personal thing, I have opted to give it to the institute. But then people at large should not be at the receiving end. Therefore the first thing, that if I do not learn Tamil, people should not suffer. Therefore, first day, in principle, that I would never ask for translation. I have not asked for translation. And extreme cases are that not only no translation, we would permit party in person to address the court. My brother helps me. And let him go with that satisfaction that division bench has understood it. Therefore, I borrowed one word, and if I say amma, amma, then he believes that yes, yes, he has understood something. Understood something. This is what my personal contribution to take and give. Whether that is right vocabulary or not, I am not aware, but this I attempted, and at least that litigant was very happy. Therefore, I have reasons to believe that I was not wrong or deeming fiction. It is deemed to be right, at least in the facts of that case. That is the vocabulary which we use. Anyway, 2-3 things which my brother and sister said, that I would say that not only I am in full agreement, I would say that as an institute, not we three, as an institute, we will do it. Start assigning it to juniors. And when they have said that we will take care, I say as administrative judge, as institute we will take care. Assign it to him. I would overstep by saying something, a concession also, that if it is a neck to neck, if junior is there, there are more chances of walking out with a broader smile. Assign them, and since I have put in relatively more years of service, judgeship, compared to my brother and sister judges, little more, I would say that as you grow senior, you would know a little less on facts. Law, yes. Law, you can say that this is my case, rest do whatever you want. Only that word cannot come, otherwise basic things, what are the facts? When at the time of my elevation, I would be perceived, not very senior, but perceived to be in that bracket, something big shot. I do not remember my matters of 2006, 7, 8, but 1996 we remember. What was the fact? 98 we remember. What was it? Therefore, when you have to start from facts, it is quite likely that your junior may be more prepared on facts because you will not have that time. Assign them bundles. Certainly, sister has said that start giving bundles, and if it is in your interest also, therefore assigning them work is in your interest, but that is not the full stop. If you do not do it, it is certainly not in your interest. That would also come. Therefore, start assigning. This is less the felicitation address, more the reply address. That is what we are told. Therefore, I verified that card also. I am not the man who comes with any prepared speech, but few points are noted that I need to touch this. Therefore, if permitted, I can take this one by one. More than one speakers and exactly conflicting requests made by you. One said that in these 8 courtrooms we are tired, and one request came that now physical hearing. Both cannot go parallel. One more thing, when you say physical hearing, there is already physical hearing. When you say physical hearing, you mean to say that not even hybrid. Firstly, as an administrative judge, that decision cannot be taken at my level. That has to be by the principal bench, where all of us are collectively party. But please keep this in mind. Be acquainted with this hybrid mode, because the objections would not come from Chennai only. It may come from Delhi also, it may come from other countries as well. Beyond this, it is inconsistent with due decorum to elaborate it, because we have given those facilities that, sir, now it is lunch time for me in my country, and we'll say that, all right, come afterwards. That has started, brother. Therefore, this is for physical hearing. Language, I have said that I'm trying, but to learn something, then I will go with that language. But till then, I will have to ask translation. What immediately I should do is that because of my not knowing this language, I would not ask for translation. That is what. For S and for V, you said so many things. S means these, etc., etc. For our sister. For Srimati, you did not say S for strong also. That would come. That would come. Oh, I'm impressed by one thing that Brother Vijay Kumar, when his Lordship's father was on dais, discipline that he would not come here. I'm very happy. Many persons don't venture. I may only add, my elder daughter was practicing lawyer. The day on which I have taken oath, and now it is 11th year, she has never entered High Court premises. Not even one day. Not even one day. Her car does not have parking sticker of High Court of Gujarat. She cannot. one thing came that the Supreme Court unaffordable. True it is. True it is. Everyone will not be able to afford. Firstly, it is double-edged sword, and if it turns positive, double benefit also. Poor people cannot go there. Our advocates can also not go there. But put it differently, that if our advocates start going there, then poor people will also be able to go there. Start doing it. Start doing it. Sponsor, there are many seniors. Just tell them that you go there, sit there, and I'm sure that so many persons, so many young boys and girls will say that, oh, this you called Supreme Court. I have done it, and I did it successfully. Not because I was very big shot and therefore I was a big lawyer there. Because I was doing practice in that field. All right, nobody knows here what was my field of practice. Everybody may be interested. Ajmal Khan, service matter was my main practice of field. I would say the only field of practice. I was so busy that I did not venture. And as a judge, that roster practically came at no point of time. Therefore, my judgeship was entirely on other fields. And I have done reasonably well. These service matters, now writ appeals I have started hearing is I am doing after 2010 for the first time. Because that was at the practice, and when you say that direct recruitment, then 2 feeder cadres, and then sub to, oh, that PhD in it at the relevant time. To reconcile this with Brother Justice Vijay Kumar, Encyclopedia of Civil, etc., and his precision also was evident in his precision and crisp, both. Be ready. I'll not be here for a long time. You will have an excellent, brother, I'm saying publicly, they will have an excellent judge in criminal jurisprudence. You will not accept this. Criminal jurisprudence, I'm saying. It will take very long. Why it is so? But a person would have, again, this is not for brother you, a person tends to have biases. When I say biases, please do not misunderstand. Never personal biases. Issue-based bias. I have done it for 20 years, therefore it has to be like that only. Therefore, people are more likely to excel where there is relatively very clean slate. Very clean slate. Criminal side, be ready. He will be an excellent judge. There is no disrespect, that not in civil side. After putting in more than a decade as the High Court judge, I am saying that he will be an excellent judge on criminal side. Needful will be done with chief also. Supreme Court start doing, therefore something not replies. Supreme Court, some sources, just send there. Because miscellaneous days, many lawyers may be going to Supreme Court here. Miscellaneous days notice is 30 seconds job, 45 seconds. More and more senior you engage, means if very high stake lawyer is engaged, then 1, 2, 3 lawyers will be designated seniors. The 5th one will be a person who might have appeared before the High Court, either before single judge or division bench. And if the bench in Supreme Court asks something, basic thing, when he retired, by that time 3 matters gone. Therefore, when I started going there, I had sufficient juniors. I could afford not being in High Court for a few days. I just went there. I sat there. And then, what is the name? What is the name? Came back, dismissed. I said that this is miscellaneous day. Let me try. It worked. And I was having full-fledged accommodation at Delhi till my elevation. Every day some matter, and people will start calling you by your first name. You enjoy it. Serious reconsideration at one point of time that I have said yes. Any reconsideration for this? Yes or no? That much. Start sending someone from Chennai. Anybody would go. Therefore, just 2-3 seniors. Just keep this in mind. We will talk in detail, independent of this public function. Something will be worked out. I'll be very happy if few poor persons can go to Supreme Court in the cost which they can afford. Worth doing it. That must be done. As a judge, that standard format of taking oath, that without fear, favor, affection, ill will, doing justice, upholding, all these phrases come. After more than a decade as a judge, I would say that all these things are apparently synonymous. That if we hear some case, if we pass some order, passing of that order shall be treated to be doing justice, and whatever order is passed, that would further be deemed to be upholding law. It goes hand in hand. Every time it is not true. Sometimes it is inconsistent also. And as a judge, you are faced with that situation every day. That what do you want? Upholding law? Then certainly there will be miscarriage of justice. If you want to do justice, it is quite possible that law may not be upheld. It may be bent also. It may be broken also. As an individual, a judge has to take call. He may either opt to uphold the law, and if doing justice is there, okay. Incidental there too. If you say that doing justice is the prime consideration, if it is with the aid of law, all right. Independent of it, then also all right. Inconsistent with it, sometimes yes. That is the personal choice, personal conviction. The only rider is that it should not be tainted with any extraneous consideration. Once that factor comes, then nothing is pardoned. And if it is not so, God always take care. Always take care. There are so many things which can be said, but let me learn something more. I'll address again as and when that turn comes. I think I have replied most of the points, including your inconsistencies. My personal staff, my 2 persons are here. 7:30 in the morning, who will come is only uncertain thing. Otherwise, 7:30 is the time when my court starts at home in my T-shirt. Rest so many things. After going back to Ahmedabad, it is quite likely that our meal will be by and large idli dosa only. Everybody is now settled with it. Thank you very much. So many things.
We really thank this great opportunity to hear and listen your valuable speech, my lords. It is our gratitude to deliver a vote of thanks. I would like to call upon our Secretary, WAA, Mrs. K.R. Shivashankari, to propose vote of thanks.
Honorable Administrative Justice Mr. Paresh Upadhyay, Honorable Mr. Justice R. Subramaniam, Honorable Mr. Justice Krishnan Ramasamy, Honorable Mr. Justice Vijay Kumar, and Honorable Mr. Justice Srimadi, Senior Advocates, and my dear brothers and sisters. Good evening to all. I am privileged on behalf of WAA to express gratitude, which is the sign of noble souls. With this note, firstly, I extend my sincere thanks to Almighty Goddess Meenakshi for making today's event a grand success. By her blessings and grace, we are able to make the event what it was. From 7th of this month, the Honorable Acting Chief Justice of Madras High Court, as then he was, granted permission for opening the associations. And within a fortnight, this function has been organized by WAA with the support of our administrative judge, who has consented our request for organizing the function. And our administrative justice had expressed his love towards Tamil, stating that he would learn Tamil through his grandson by engaging a teacher. And I feel that our judge, by mingling with us, will able to learn Tamil easily, Judge. And I extend my generous thanks to the administrative judge for gracing your presence, Judge. I would say, Abara Judge. Am I right? In Gujarati, it's Abara means let's do thanks. And I extend my Abara to the judge. I extend my heartiest gratitude to the Hon'ble Mr. Justice R. Subramaniam, an equity-oriented judge, handling a biggest portfolio, spared time and lordships amidst busy schedule, honored WAA by gracing your presence, Judge. Thank you, Judge. And I extend my sincere thanks to the Honorable Mr. Justice Krishnan Ramasamy for gracing the occasions by your presence, Judge, a judge who bears with the lengthiest arguments of the advocates and delivers justice. Thank you for your presence, Judge. And I extend my lovable thanks to our beloved Honorable Mrs. Justice Srimati, a relief-oriented judge and an inspiration to the women advocates of Madurai bench. Thank you, Judge. I extend my sincere thanks to the Honorable Mr. Justice R. Vijay Kumar, who is an example for the proverb, Kuraikudam Kutadum Niraikudam Neer Talumbadu. And our bar members call our judge as a ready reckoner, as already stated by Justice Honorable Pushpa Satyanarayanan. Thank you, Judge, for your inspirational thoughts and words. And I extend a wide round of applause and thanks to the women advocates leaving their important household chores and making themselves part of this occasion in WAA. And today, women advocates are equally half to half, equal to men advocates. And this, after a period of 2 years, more number of advocates, women advocates gathered here. Thank you all. I extend my profound gratitude to the senior advocates, Ajmal Khan sir, senior advocate Isaac Mohanlal sir, our senior advocate Krishnaveni ma'am. I extend my sincere thanks to the AAG Veerakadravan sir, AAG Bhaskaran sir, special government pleader Farzana ma'am, government advocate Asha ma'am, and my women advocates who have felicitated the judges, Jessie ma'am, Lakshmi ma'am and Devasana ma'am. And I extend my sincere thanks to the Secretary of MBHAA, Mahendra Badi sir, and President of MBHAA, Durai Pandian sir, for gracing the occasion. And I extend my thanks to the office bearers for lending hands in the activities of the association, and my hearty thanks to the staffs of WAA for the backworks for conducting the function. And I extend my sincere thanks to the Master of Ceremony, Kartiga, for the sequence in the events of today's function. I thank the Registrar Admin who has graced this occasion today. Thank you, ma'am. And I thank the press and media, and I thank one and all.
Let us stand for national anthem.
Janagana mana adinayak jaya he Bharata bhagya vidada Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Banga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchchala Jalati Taranga Dava Shubha Name Jage Dava Shubha Asisha Mage Kage Dava Jaya Gada Janagana Mangala Tayak जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे